Good morning, everyone. Just got off work. We're off from Walmart for 2 days. The manager decided that, well, I don't know if he decided, the manager stayed all night with us, and he pretty much was here for over 24 hours because he was here yesterday morning when I got off work. So props to him. I couldn't do it, but that being said, when you get something like that, I have a routine that I don't really need to be watchdogged on, but when you have the big boss come in, then your boss has to boss you, so it looks like he has a reason to be your boss. He didn't ask me to do anything crazy or anything. It's just, telling me to do the stuff that I already do because we both know he needs to look like he's been telling me to do it, kind of thing. And then that guy doesn't care about my routine, so he's just like, the big boss, he's like, hey, go do this. And it's like, okay, but I usually do that when I'm on that side doing all of this. And he's like, could you do it now? It's like, sure, I can stop doing this and go do that. So I was constantly behind, and then you guys know I run that scrubber, and the scrubber wasn't charged up yesterday. Someone unplugged it. It doesn't show that someone used it, but the battery was drained, and I had to keep charging and working and charging and working, which is annoying. So I kept losing time, and time went by fast. I don't mind things like this when there are actual things to do. I do not really enjoy breaking up my routine because I have a routine that gets everything cleaned that everybody wants to see cleaned if they would just let me do it. And 9 times out of 10 they do. And then we just had hiccups, spills and stuff, which is, that's part of the job, but it's the type of spills, right? I actually prefer someone spill oil because that's what a lot of people hate, but we got a spill system for that. Sugar is the worst thing. It's impossible to completely sweep. It spreads, like when you push it with the dust mop, it spreads everywhere. And if you run the auto scrubber on it, it takes quite a few passes because the stuff starts to kind of crystallize. And if you do nothing, which is what I learned when I did the remodel crew, we pulled a whole shelf that had all the sugar that had been there, and no one had gone underneath and ever cleaned. It cakes on, and you just got like cave-like structures built underneath that thing. So that being said, for me, it was a good day. Time went by fast. Do I feel like I'm appreciated? No. I feel like no matter what I do, someone's giving me something else to do as if they don't think I'm doing anything. And then they're giving someone else a gig to do that I just did. Like I'll have just, I don't know, let's just say I just swept pharmacy. And I'll go, hey, do me a favor, pharmacy doesn't look that good, go sweep it. And it's like, hey, I know it doesn't, I know it looks good because I just swept it. But they'll send somebody else over there to sweep, and then they come back, it's like, man, there wasn't anything over there. It's like, yeah, because I swept it. But, I get paid by the hour, and I definitely do not get paid to think here. So the only time I think is how to make the job easier for myself. But outside of that, this is not the kind of job. This job, like these kind of jobs used to be something where you can, do a little more than just the grunt work. And I don't mind just doing the grunt work, but that's not what this job is. This job is come in and do the thing. And if I was gone tomorrow, doesn't matter if he does it worse than me or whatever, they're fine as long as there's somebody with a pulse taking over the spot. And they'll complain about the same things because I think it's just kind of autopilot. They don't look at what's getting done. They just complain that something needs done. That being said, the manager, the big boss, did say thank you for me coming in and cleaning and stuff because, I bring my own leaf blower. So I leave when they had me go something to do in the back. Well, it's something I normally clean, but if the big boss wants it cleaned more, then okay, I'll crack out my leaf blower. I know there was a point where I kind of made a little bit of a, I don't know what you call it, a defiant stance, but he was taking up an aisle. I tell you, I clean this one side when everyone else is at lunch. Well, big manager wanted to go ahead and work while they were gone, so he took up an aisle. But that means my auto scrubber can't scrub because it's mapped and it can't skip an aisle. It's not programmed like that. Fine, I like driving that machine. You guys know I said I like driving that machine. The issue is that means I have to skip that aisle. I can't sweep or anything. He's got empty boxes, pallets, gondolas, and he's just ripping and roaring. So I made one pass through there just to see if he wanted to say, hold on, let me get this stuff out of the way, blah, blah, blah. But he just kept working. So I skipped over his aisle and did everything else. think they got some visitors or something going on right now. So once that was done, you know, went to lunch, blah, blah, came back, did my other stuff because there's plenty of store to clean, people. So then at the end of the day, one of my final things to do is to go and sweep the grocery side again, because that's just, it's one of the biggest spots that they worry about, and that's just how I end my day. I make a second pass. I mean, it's a sweep and scrub and everything else. But every time I was headed that way, somebody else would give me something to do. Like, hey, didn't even know about this. These wet floor signs aren't in compliance. Could you go get brand new wet floor signs to hang at our spill stations because these aren't in compliance? Okay, fine. So that means I got to walk in the opposite direction again. Nothing major. It's just every time I was heading toward where I usually go, something made me go in the opposite direction. Okay, so did that. Started heading back. Someone's like, hey, I spilled some stuff over here. Okay, boom, took care of that. Parked the scrubber, plugged it in, started heading there. Boss man's like, where's the scrubber? I need to use it. They spilled some more sugar. Okay, boom, it's right here. I start sweeping. Boss man in that same aisle, he's like, hey, come here. Look at all this. Why didn't you sweep this up? And it's like, I'm like, you know, trying to be tactful, right? So it's like, oh, well, you normally do that when everyone's at lunch, but I wasn't able to get to this section because it was occupied. I don't know, like, you know, because your ass was in this aisle, I couldn't fucking get around you, and you saw me coming, you still didn't get out of the way. I didn't say anything like that. But he's like, you know, sweep it up real quick. We're already open, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay. So I just grabbed my leaf blower. Because it was the stuff, like basically in frozen foods where all the peas and stuff kind of spill. If you look underneath this little, like, I don't know what you call it, like a little bumper barrier. Like the stuff's just spilled under there. So your brooms and stuff don't reach it if you do a regular push. You have to go kind of, right? So I was like, yeah, I got you. I haven't done it in no time. So I grabbed my leaf blower and I just blew everything out and then swept it. So that thing was pristine in a matter of like a minute. Now I think you knew that I kind of did it in a, you know, all right, bitch, I knew it, but it got done. I mean, time went by fast. Like, I didn't even think I was going to get out on time. Because now everyone's bucking for overtime. I don't like doing that. Like, if you ask me to stay over, I'm going to stay over. I don't try to milk the clock. I don't like that. I like to try to get my job done, stay busy all the way until it's time to get off work. That's just who I am. And I actually hate it when there's not enough work for me to do. I don't like busy work, don't get me wrong. But I hate it when there's not enough work for me to do. But heading over to storage right now. That's where we're almost at. All right, talk to you later. Well, stuff's put up, but I struck out on finding the other socket. That's fine. Whew. But now, let's go dump this trash. Bright day. They got a bigger dumpster. Let me pull out of this gate, and I think I'm going to have a McDonald's breakfast today. All right, food acquired. Coat looks a little light. Let's see. Still good.
Light frequencies. Split them. Lasers. Crystals can generate electricity with perfect efficiency. This starts to get into 0-point energy territory. Crystals 13 billion.
All right, we are posted up. I'm going to eat my breakfast, and that'll be it. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. That glare was getting us. See what I got here. I got a limited time deal. Oh yeah. Oh, it's hot too. Ooh, that smells good. This big old behemoth here is the crispy chicken biscuit, limited time. Got the obligatory hash brown. Looks nice and golden. Napkins. Sadly, no jelly. Hold on. No, it might just be a, I don't know. What is that, guys? I dig the green. Don't care much for the rims, but I dig the green. That's a beast. Okay. Got my jelly. Concord grape jam. That's a nice looking biscuit. Alright, let's see here. Drizzle, drizzle. There we go. Woo! Because of the sun, I couldn't really record myself putting the food diaper on, but there's the food diaper ready to go. This thing's almost hard to hold. This chicken's so big. Alright, let's take a bite. Mmm. Mmm. That is the perfect biscuit. The biscuit is so soft and so buttery with that near almost at a doughy point of cooking. Chicken, nice flavor, better flavor than the last one I had even. Crisp on the edges, really good. Jelly sets it off. It's kind of crazy because the chicken's so big that it overtakes the biscuit, but it's still delicious. Highly recommend. Mm. Mm. Hash brown. Mm. It's kind of hard to mess up a hash brown, but it is crispy on the outside, potatoey on the inside. A nice little bit of oil. Lightly salted, I think. I could eat like a stack of these. I'd get sick, but I could eat like a stack of these. And of course, just to make sure. That Coke is so good. All the food's still warm too. All right, I'm gonna eat this. Catch up with you later. All right, everyone. I hooked up the second 12 volt. I put it over here by my table. It's a bit cluttered. Happy's doing her thing, but I am testing it out too. I got my 12 volt lunchbox making a little bit of rice. So this one will be a straight 12 volt for the most part. So I can plug in anything. So I can do my lunchbox or I can charge my Jackery. And one of the main things that I want to use it for is to hook up my TV.
Oh, you still got this too.
Thank you for shopping at Dollar Tree.
You can stay there if you want. All right, the package I've been waiting for has arrived. Hopefully it fits. Didn't have the one I bought last time. It's a beefier one. I'm concerned. It's a 12 volt adapter for either my Blu-ray or my Blu-ray or my TV. We'll go to the back and see. I don't know, it's a really beefy one compared to the other one I have. And as you saw, I got some more popcorn. Love that stuff. I love popcorn anyway. I just don't have a way to pop it that much anymore, so I'm always gonna go with some Wily Wallabies. And I made some rice, testing out that 12 volt socket. So I got some spicy Thai chili sauce to add in with that and some soy sauce. The good news is, all three of those items were $1.25. I don't know if you saw the news, but a lot of the items have gone up to $1.50. And last time I shopped, I had a few items at $1.50, so it was kind of a nice surprise. Let's go to the back and see if this cord fits. Well, a bit of a fail. I don't know how I didn't figure this out, because I feel like I did this before, but I guess I didn't. Apparently the socket for the TV, for the 12 volt and the DVD player are not the same size. I could have sworn I had flip-flopped these before, but it won't fit. So this will fit the light, my ring light, and this will fit the TV, so I won't get rid of it. But I was really hoping to find an adapter for the DVD player. I'll keep looking. Ooh, that Thai tuna. Spicy, but that's the way to go.
Crash sightings all over the southern Pine Barrens. A strange, fast-moving, human-like creature. Locals even have a name for it.
It's 8 o'clock at night. I dozed off for a couple hours. Been watching Supernatural in the back of the van. After I had that tuna and rice, ate some popcorn, and then at some point I fell asleep. So we're gonna hustle over to Planet Fitness for a shower. Let's get over to the gym. It's Friday night, so there's a lot of people out and a lot of not so good driving going on. Well, we've arrived at Planet Fitness, so let me go get this shower done and I'll talk to you in a little bit. Alright, tried to Windex the windows a little bit before we pulled back out of Planet Fitness. Not sure how much good it did, but it couldn't be any worse. I don't know who Ryan Daniel is, but there's his tour bus. Okay, back from Buc-ee's. Got a Coke this time. I just was orange soda'd out, I think. And because there's no fast food in the area that's open, because it's after 9 o'clock, I don't want to go into town or over to Moody. I got one of their big sandwiches. It'll be my first time having their Italian hoagie. Much like most people, I've only had their brisket, and I've had their breakfast burritos and their sausage on a stick. Alright, cats are eating. There's two there. Grable on the left, Happy on the right. Then down here, Bimo on the left, Waddles on the right.
Your world is whatever I want it to be, understand?